What's up guys, my name is Evan. Today I'll be reviewing with you all a quick rundown of my top 5 favorite versions of Iron Fist. Now to be more specific, this list will be primarily focused on ranking Daniel Rand and not the others, so I will not be including Orson Randall, Wu Shi, even Colleen Wing, or any of the other versions that are out now. Furthermore, I would also like to point out that this list is solely based on my opinion, and I do encourage you all to share your thoughts in the comments. Tell me, do you agree with my list? Do you think I missed anything? Go crazy, fire it at me down there, and let's begin.
Begin!
Now, it goes without saying that calling the first season of this series lackluster is being extremely generous. However, under the debris of what was known as Marvel's Iron Fist, I managed to enjoy some selective aspects of this show. The casting of Danny Rand resembled his comic book counterpart fairly well. You can also clearly tell that the showrunners were immensely influenced by the comic book roots, showing loyalty to the Golden Age comic storyline. However, that's about where the positives begin and end for Season 1. Season 2 showed great improvement, whether we are discussing fight choreography, character development, or even just having a threatening villain with a compelling origin story who is much more menacing than Harold Meacham from the first season. The second season drew heavy inspiration from 2006's Immortal Iron Fist run in the comics, a storyline I very much enjoyed. But as for Danny Rand's character in the Marvel Netflix universe, he was given a troubling start in the beginning, but gradually got more tolerable with each appearance he made. Don't even get me started on that Luke Cage episode.
No way. Is that the Luke Cage?
Mr. Rand, let me hold the dog. No. You're off balance because you're angry.
You got a job to do, man.
You gotta rebalance your chi.
Oh, come on, Danny.
Power is stillness. And stillness comes from effortless flow. Hey, Luke. I like this one.
Like six pack, killer bees exact, flipping what? Murder one fact tracks,
Danny showed a refreshing new behavior of being calm, reserved, and most importantly, balanced. I love being able to watch Marvel's martial artist Iron Fist translated to live action with hints of this character being connected to a much larger universe, but I do understand why it needed to be cancelled in October of 2018. If we were to ever get to see the Immortal Iron Fist in the live action Marvel universe again, I would only hope that they understand what makes the character unique and different from other heroes.
You should be using that magic fist of yours to crack heads, not to focus your feng shui.
Focusing my chi. Maybe if you were open to focusing your own energy, you wouldn't be so angry all the time. It's not healthy, Luke.
This version of Iron Fist does not have much screen time throughout the run of this animated Avengers series, as he only appears in 4 episodes total, but within this brief appearance, I was left with a significant impression. Iron Fist first appears in Season 2 in the episode titled To Steal an Ant-Man. Danny Rand and Luke Cage are hired by Hank Pym to search for a mysterious crook who robbed Hank of his Ant-Man suit.
Why us? I mean, why would Hank Pym come to us? Why not go to his own team? He's an Avenger. I don't get it.
I do. Man's got pride. Some dude stole his superpowers, started robbing banks with it.
It's made quite clear by the interactions between Luke and Danny that they are close friends during this timeline and have well established their organization known as the Heroes for Hire. I really feel like Danny fits well into this universe, as the series is centered around the Avengers and showcases the new Avengers storyline arc from the comics. Iron Fist and Luke Cage are eventually called upon to fight alongside other superheroes like SpiderMan, Wolverine, and The Thing after a tragic ending of the Earth's Mightiest Heroes. You can tell that they each bring something unique to the table, and the dynamic of these characters is fascinating.
We're the Avengers. I'm Captain America. My friend in the pajamas is Thor.
Lauren Lester has a history of voicing Iron Fist in both animation and video games. He seems to fill the role just fine, as he has a calm and careful voice.
Be using that magic fist of yours to crack heads, not to focus your feng shui.
Focusing my chi. Maybe if you were open to focusing your own energy, you wouldn't be so angry all the time. It's not healthy, Luke.
Having that sense of stillness in his voice is part of what makes Danny unique and stand out from the others, and plays as a key aspect of the character in my opinion. The nature of this character calls for a voice of zen and patience, and we get to really feel that in Lauren's take on this character. So between the behavior of Danny and the interactions we get with him and the others, and even the animation of this version, I can confidently place this one as number 4. If you've ever played any of the Marvel Ultimate Alliance video games, or you're familiar with the franchise, you know that there is a large variety of characters that you get to choose to play as. Much to nobody's surprise, I normally choose to play as Iron Fist. But a cool feature about this game is that you get to choose and build a team of 4 characters. It's an action role-playing game that is packed with catchy music, clever one-liners, and just an all-around fun dynamic within the depiction of each character. But what draws me to this game is the graphics and the screen time each character gets during the cutscenes. When I first watched the teaser clip on YouTube for the introduction of Iron Fist, I knew I needed to go buy this game.
As much as I appreciate a timeless weapon like yours, I prefer an immortal one like mine.
This was the game that got me to go out and buy the Nintendo Switch in the first place. Johnny Youngbosch has voiced Danny Rand in 3 different Marvel projects, and he sounds great for the part. He seems to have a laid-back but confident voice. Occasionally while playing through the game, he of course will have some wise words for his team, or reassure them with some classic Danny Rand advice.
They chose a violent path. They reaped what they sowed.
Although the story can sometimes lose its direction trying to balance out such a large roster, you can still tell that the creative team behind this project has heart behind these characters and understands the Marvel Universe passionately, delivering an exciting experience for the gamers and fans of the franchise.
Now the scream of chaos shall meet the soul of iron.
Now this particular adaptation of Iron Fist holds a special place in my heart, as it is my favorite animated version of the character. I had always been a huge fan of the character, but when Marvel's Ultimate SpiderMan introduced Danny as a regularly occurring character on the show, I was instantly captured by his zen personality. He is introduced as an established superhero recruited by S.H.I.E.L.D. alongside 3 other teenage versions of characters that I also like. The group of young heroes introduce Spider-Man to Nick Fury, as well as go to the same high school as Peter Parker. Throughout the animated series, Danny Rand frequently gives the team his classic Kunlun monk advice, often resulting in the team teasing him for being lame or cheesy. It's quite funny, actually.
A tornado becomes a gentle breeze only as temperatures cool down.
He does that.
Stark is who he is because he followed his own path. Are you certain you're following yours?
Where'd you come up with that? A fortune cookie?
Hey, Danny. You were right, you know? I'm better off being an uncool me than a cool someone else. Where did you come up with that? A fortune cookie?
It goes without saying that it's the clever mindfulness behind the character that makes me fall in love with him. He's often utilized as the voice of reason among the team, who can also kick some ass when needed.
Knock, knock.
I have never before seen an animated version of Iron Fist that understands the character this well while possessing the personality traits that make him stand out from the others. He seems to really believe in his teammates and frequently reminds them of how to recollect their sense of peace.
Let's take a deep breath. Remember, he who angers you conquers you.
His calming behavior is contagious and his chi is always balanced. Greg Sipes is my all-time favorite voice actor for Danny Rand, who also voiced him in a couple of Marvel Lego projects as well. Alongside of that, he also voiced him as an older Danny in an episode of Avengers Assemble, which seemed to originally be connected to the Ultimate Spider-Man universe, but that part of the story confuses me.
This isn't some guessing game. The sword is going nowhere.
But this is a cause of great importance. We need that sword for...
Although Danny Rand is not the most recognized character in the fandom, if we ever get to see him again, whether it be in video games or animation, my personal voice actor choice would go to Greg Sipes.
You have been a great friend. Goodbye. May our paths cross again. Namaste.
Oh,
What better version of Iron Fist to rank number 1 than the OG himself? Yes, that's right, my all-time favorite version of Iron Fist is Marvel Comics' Danny Rand set from Earth 616. I mean, if it weren't for Roy Thomas' creation back in 1974, we would have never gotten an Iron Fist to begin with. When it comes to the Marvel Universe, every character has its comic book origins. Without comics, the Marvel Universe does not exist. Having said that, Iron Fist made his debut appearance in the pages of Marvel Premiere issue 15. Since then, we have been given a whole lore of historical event stories taking place in the Marvel Universe. Iron Fist's existence was inspired by the kung fu craze that hit the US back in the 70s. People couldn't get enough of the kung fu action, and Marvel delivered satisfaction with their stories. Throughout the decades, Danny Rand evolved as a hero, but remained true to the foundations of which built the legacy of his character. I admire this particular hero because of his mindfulness and his kung fu backstory. He may not be the toughest or even the most powerful among the others in this universe filled with godly superpowers, but he teaches me how to be headstrong and mindfully balanced. He's a Bruce Lee-inspired vigilante with a fascinating magic fist, a mythical fantasy of an origin story, and a colorful costume to complement this martial artist superhero. A combination that was made almost exclusively to my taste. Since this version of Iron Fist makes for the source material that inspired all other Iron Fist content, Marvel Comics Earth 616 Daniel Rand deserves no better ranking than number 1. Hey, if you made it to this point in the video, I deeply appreciate you as a viewer. I would also love to hear what you think in the comments, and it will be a compliment if you karate chop that like button. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video.